3. Evening. There's a spotlight on a wooden sign with red letters, Wilderness Adventures. Engine groaning up the steep driveway, the van slows, stopping on gravel. Leo yells excitedly, "We're here!" I step into the dry, crisp air. Up ahead, I see a brightly lit, one-story house. Smoke rises from a chimney. I don't like fireplaces. The cool night air soothes. Me, Nessa, and Jay don't move. Who knew night air could be so different? Bracing, smelling of green, cedar, and smoke. I like it, says Nessa. Me and Jay know what she means. Jay stretches. Nessa twirls, happy. Kelvin, Aaliyah, Dylan shouts, "Let's unload the van." Deshawn, the biggest of all of us, even Leo and Dylan, stands like a statue. Jay pitches in, dragging suitcases. Nessa joins him. My mind starts mapping the space. To the right, about 10 feet from the main building, are 4 cabins scattered 6 feet apart. To the far left are a large barn and a grass pen. There's only thick darkness beyond the buildings. I frown, worried the driveway is the only exit. Jamie hands each of us a flashlight. Pebbles, not concrete, crackle beneath my feet. "Welcome to Paradise Ranch," Leo booms, proudly. "Your summer home." Dinner is chili and biscuits. Afterward, we separate into cabins. Nessa is my roommate. We don't say much. But Nessa reminds me of the girls from home. Easy, relaxed around me. The cabin is simple. 2 twin beds. A dresser to share. A nightstand with a lamp. No central heat or air conditioning. I stare uncomfortably at the fireplace. A grate holds logs, a mesh screen locks the fire in. Flames yellow, orange, and red. Spiral upward. "It's beautiful," says Nessa. "Awful beautiful, I think. If I stare too long at the flames, I'll remember what I most want to forget." I slip into bed, my back to the fire. "Night," I say. "Glad you're my roomie." Nessa answers softly. Her words make me feel good. I pull the quilt over my head, murmuring a prayer for my parents, for BB, who gave up everything to raise me. I tell myself, don't dream. Where am I? The bed is hard, the pillow flat. There are no kitchen sounds. No BB opening, shutting cupboards and shuffling silverware. No bacon smells. Or warming toast. No BB yelling, "A doggo, wake up. See the world." Strange, this wild darkness soothes. No sirens or honking cars. No shouts outside the window. No streetlight or neon glare. Not even the dull glow from my Black Panther nightlight. My morning pattern is broken. It's disturbing. I should be scared. Then I remember, Wilderness Adventures. I'm in California. I swing my legs down. The cabin is cold. The floor colder. Only embers glow in the fireplace. Uneasy, I look away, wishing I didn't still smell smoke. Nessa softly snores. She must have fallen asleep gazing at the fire. Gray ash collects on the grate, black-burned scar logs. The fire is nearly dead. Good. Good sign, too, I didn't dream. A fresh start. I quickly dress jeans, socks, shoes, t-shirt, and hoodie. I tiptoe, opening the door. I'm surprised it's still so dark. Stars sparkle like fireworks thrown across the sky. The Bronx only has distant, small stars. What time is it? I never knew the night sky could be so amazing, trillions of blinking, sparkling, spinning lights in a velvet black sky. Some stars streak like soft lightning. But it's the trees that take my breath away. Looking out from the ranch instead of toward it, it's impossible to miss I'm deep inside a forest. Trees, thousands and thousands, 40, 50, maybe more, feet tall. I feel like I'm in a movie, in The Lord of the Rings. Next to the trees, the buildings seem like Lincoln log toys. Not all. The trees are the same. Some have leaves, some needles. Some are lean, upright, like stakes. Others stretch wide and deep into the ground, their roots seeming like legs and feet. They're all towering, magical. Maybe there are ents, like Treebeard? Come and see. Come and see. The forest is calling me, inviting me to explore. I figured you'd be the first up. The sound startles me. A shadow, swinging a lantern, edges closer. The lantern rises, Leo's face glows. When it's dark in the Bronx, I'm careful about strangers. But Leo seems a perfect fit here. His wrinkled face, his relaxed and swinging arms. His beard quivers when he smiles. There's always one. One what? A black kid? No, I mean a city kid. A kid who didn't know they belonged in the wild. I want to say something smart, sassy. I hear BB, get out of your own way, a doggo. Just be. I exhale. We'll wake the others at dawn, says Leo. What time is it? 4. In the morning? Not so bad. You're still on East Coast time. Besides, this is the best time of day. He hesitates. Feel it, do you? You sound like BB, I think. The quieter his voice, the more important his words seem. Leo's right. Being outdoors feels good. No crowds, loud sounds, or police and ambulance sirens. Like the world went back in time. Though I've never seen one, I think I hear an owl. There's a steady whoosh of wind rustling through the bushes and trees. It feels special to be up when everyone else is sleeping like they're missing out and I'm what? Alive? Leo smiles. I'm shocked. He knew what I was thinking even before I did. I do feel alive, like I'm shaking off old skin. Morning darkness is exciting. I inhale deep. Better than a flashlight. Leo hands me a lantern. He walks toward the trees, then whistles, high-pitched. A shadow with white streaks races out of the woods. My heart races, scared. A wild animal? It's just Ryder. Tongue-lolling, bright, beady eyes. I swear this dog grins. Sit. Ryder sits, his gaze never leaving mine. In the Bronx, there aren't many dogs. For most, it's one mouth too many to feed. Our neighbor, Mr. Bailey, owns a beagle. He cleans its poop off the street. Says owners who don't give dogs a bad name. Ms. Patel carries her beloved Chihuahua in a purse. Ryder is big. If he stood on 2 legs, he'd be as tall as me. He's an Australian Shepherd. Smart. Leo lowers his lantern. Ryder has one black eye, one blue. Weird. To the barn. Ryder's nose pushes my thigh. I step back. He barks, pushes. Me again. He's hurting you, Leo chuckles. No sheep here. But he's decided you'll do. I extend my hand. Palm up, says Leo. That way he knows you're a friend. Ryder sniffs my hand. Can I pet him? Ask him. Can I pet you? Amazingly, Ryder shoves his head beneath my hand. I stroke his fur. Barking, he spins, trotting ahead. I follow him, feeling safe. Happier than in a long, long time. Every few feet, Ryder stops and looks back, waiting for me. We pass cabins. Jay, Deshawn, Kelvin, and Aaliyah are still asleep like Nessa. Leo's boots crunch, kick up dust. Broad-shouldered but not much taller than me, he talks while he walks. A dim sliver of blue glows through the trees. It's morning twilight. The sun is beneath the horizon. When the sun crests, clouds and sky will shine, glimmering orange-yellow. Who knew? Sun rises in the east. Sets in the west. His blunt fingers are pointing. So, where's north? He stops, peering at me. I don't know. In the Bronx, street signs have N or S or E or W. What does it matter where's north? Think. I scrunch my lips. Ryder sits, watching me. I think of my maps, all the maps I've ever seen. Sometimes there's a compass or arrows pointing N, S, E, or W. If west is in front, I murmur, north is to the right. East behind you. Leo nods. Smart girl. A mapmaker, better than anyone. Should know which way to go. So I can escape, I blurt. Leo's head tilts. Funny, Ryder's ears perk, his head tilts, too. Interesting. Most people just don't want to be lost. A morning breeze stirs around us. Darkness is lifting. Leo's curious about me. Not like the school psychologist, Ms. Cunningham. She always wants me to talk about feelings. Hard being an orphan, isn't it? What do you remember most about your parents? What do you remember most about that night? How do you feel, Addie? All her questions dumb. Leo doesn't say anything, doesn't judge. Just waits. Emotions swirl. If I cry, will darkness hide my tears? He whistles for Ryder and strides toward the barn. Leo guessed my sadness. I bought this land, he calls over his shoulder. I blink, scurry until I'm beside him. This is yours? Yes, I own it. Much as anyone can. All of it? Everything I see? Even some you can't. Far off, into the forest, land stretches for miles. Can I draw it? For escaping? Looking away from his gaze, I keep walking. May and Belle are waiting, says Leo. Who? My cows. Yours? Yes. Horses. Chickens, too. Everything belongs to me. And Ryder. Isn't that right, boy? Of course, maybe I belong to him and he thinks those are his chickens. Hard to say. Ryder barks. I thought you were the driver. I'm whatever is needed. Ranch boss, stable boy, teacher. He pauses. Wilderness adventures was my idea. I was a city kid once. I'm unsettled. I'm good at figuring out people. But I didn't guess Leo's other selves. He acts low-key, calm, not like a boss. Every now and then a kid reminds me of me. Me? I scowl. I'm nothing like him. He's nothing like me. He's richer than me and BB. Maybe he's got more money than all the folks in the Bronx? He doesn't live in a broken-down high-rise apartment. Even his animals have houses. Wilderness for city kids. You mean poor kids. Wilderness for poor kids. I can't remind you of you. You were never as poor as me. No, I wasn't. See. We're not the same. You make yourself feel good helping poor kids. Who needs it? We've got ice cream trucks on the avenue, stop and shops, trees in Bronx Park. What else does anyone need? Ryder, feeling my distress, pushes his head against my hand. Leo watches me, not pityingly, not disrespectful. With kindness, even a little amusement. Yup. We don't have any popsicles. But we've got Eagles Ridge. Ryder, he yells. Get the pack. Ryder runs toward the barn, grips a backpack with his teeth, dragging it to Leo. Good boy, Leo pats his head. To me, he says, never venture unprepared. I always keep a pack with emergency supplies. I stare blankly. You'll learn. Water, food, first aid. He steps closer. Here. An extra flashlight. You ready? He's daring me, and before I can reply, he turns, saying emphatically, the lookout. Follow in my steps. I try to place my feet where his land. But Leo walks fast, it's hard to keep up. He knows when the trail dips, when it rises, how to avoid branches, rocks, leap over boulders. The trail seems endless. It's steadily going uphill, higher and higher. I'm gasping to keep up. Leo's flashlight is steady, shining straight ahead. My light zigzags right, left, up, down. Focusing on the trail, it's hard to keep my hand steady. This is a test. To see if I'll give up. In the Bronx, it's trading insults. Snap! Playing the dozens, rapping and rhyming to see who'll back down first. Who'll get too angry, fist fighting angry. Who'll break into tears. Here, it's not emotional, it's physical. My legs are tight, aching. There's a cramp in my side. I'm sweating, though the darkness is cool. I unzip my hoodie. Leo, carrying a pack, never seems tired or out of breath. Ears flat, Ryder races, he's so happy. We hike for what feels like hours. I wonder if Nessa and the others will be awake soon. Will they miss me? I fall into rhythm, watching Leo's back and pack dodging through trees. Ryder keeps darting ahead, then dashes back to us. Each time, Leo says, "Good boy." I start saying it, too, "Good boy." Leo stops, I stumble against him. He steadies me. Look. Eagle Ridge. We stand on a hill seeing a huge ridge that extends miles south of us, rising in the mist. Dawn is just reaching out to it across the valley below. It's amazing. So many textures, prickly pines, rough, crackling wood. Smooth leaves, velvet brush cover, and weeds and dirt. I can see how mountains create valleys, how the hills make depressions and rises. Nothing is truly level. Not even the stream southeast of us, snaking a path over and between fallen logs, stones, and rocks. Farther east, miles away, the stream becomes a river and creates a waterfall. I've never seen a waterfall. What do you think of this? Leo sweeps his hand through the air, like he's a magician conjuring a world. Landscapes. I've seen them in books, paintings, but I've never felt one before. Never felt how the earth existed long, long, long before I was born. The beauty rocks me. In school, they talk about the environment. Save Mother Earth. Go green. Stop climate change. Reuse or refuse. Lend a hand, plant a tree. Don't pollute. Here, now. I glimpse ancient shapes of growing trees, ferns, rolling hills, and mountains. Glimpse how ages ago and even now, water brushes, curving and carving the land. Buildings don't block my view. I can see for miles. Miles upon miles. Think you can map this? My breath catches. Excited, my fingers twitch, itching for pencils. Leo's blue eyes gaze into my brown. I grew up surrounded by concrete and brick, crowded freeways. People everywhere in cars, on buses, subways, trains. He's talking to me serious. Nothing wrong with city life. But I always felt lost. I'm not lost. No. You just draw escape paths. You don't know anything about me. Heat rushes through me. I see fire in the main house, fire in my cabin, fire in. No, I won't remember. Won't dream. Hands clenching, I shut my eyes. Look, Adia Doggo. You know my full name? I ask. Of course he knows my name. BB wrote it on the application. Look. Leo is beside me. We're standing, our shoulders almost touching. Leo breathes deep, slow. In through his nose, out through his mouth. My breath starts to match, mimic his as I keep gazing at rocks, the winding stream. Staring at thick, twisted tree roots, I scan upward, seeing green extending higher, glowing against craggy granite and rock. The backdrop is a brightening sky with flame-like streaks bursting from the sunrise. The horizon is haunting. Stunning. Grandma Bibi loves talking about the African wildland national parks, elephants, antelopes, gazelles, mangrove swamps, rainforests, and savannas. Most times I didn't pay much attention. Living in the city, I couldn't imagine a differing landscape. Bibi left Nigeria to care for me when my parents died. I didn't understand her loss. Until now. Bibi must have known I needed this. Leo did, too. How'd you know? He knows what I'm asking. His hand touches my shoulder. Intuition. Most folks think the environment they're born into is the only way to live. You never know until you've been somewhere, seen something different. A shriek pierces the air. An eagle. It's the largest, most graceful bird I've ever seen. It soars upward, then glides. Then, quick, it alters course. Flying toward us. A bald eagle. But it's not really bald. It's coming closer, closer. Feathers. White feathers on its head. Female. Coming in to look at us. Must have a nest. She's huge. Another shriek. The eagle extends its wings. 6, 7, at least 8 feet wide. Wider than people are tall. Don't see this in the city. No. I exhale. She's beautiful. This is the first live eagle I've ever seen. Another reason I thought you were a wilderness spirit. Why? A doggo. I googled it. It's Nigerian. Means daughter of an eagle, right? The eagle abruptly turns, heads westward, flaps its wings, rising higher, then it dives. Hidden by trees. The eagle is a powerful spirit animal in many cultures. German, Mexican, native peoples BB tells me in Nigeria, there used to be a festival in an eagle sanctuary. Most of the eagles have disappeared, so there's no celebration anymore. Everywhere, eagles need protecting. From us, from people. The wilderness rainforests, deserts, Arctic tundra need protecting, too. Fuels like coal, oil, and gas make the world hotter. See here? Leo pats a tree trunk. His fingers flick, and bark crackles, falls. Drought stresses it. Makes it vulnerable to fire. Bark beetles make it worse. Warming causes baby booms. Used to be 1 generation, now it's 2, 3 generations a year. Thousands of beetles laying eggs, spreading bacteria, and killing trees. My hand scrapes the bark. Spiders scurry between cracks. But it's the black beetles that relentlessly chew. Because of climate change, half of Earth's forests are gone. How can that be? So much beauty lost. How can we keep it? Save it? Again, the eagle glides toward us. Welcome home. My heart swells. The morning sun hovers above the horizon. I swear the eagle tips its wing. I see its eye looking at me,